Welcome back, dear students. In this section, previous one we are discussing about JavaScript versus Solidity, programming language, and we've discussed about similarities. Here now, let's discuss about differences, and we'll go a lot in depth in that. I think that will be split into 2 or 3 videos. So now I want to do this. Pause this video now. If I want to comment this error out, what will I do? Pause it, try to think, and if you get the answer, you're already keeping those lessons in mind. Now for you to comment single line of code, you remember you do this. But since you want to comment a long line of code together, why not just use the multi-line, which will include us to first put the backslash, then asterisk, and we want it to stop somewhere around here. So we do the asterisk again, and then boom, we clear it up. You get the point. So now let's take it one by one. I think we're having same as JavaScript versus Solidity. Let's talk about 6 differences. Sorry for the spelling. Part 1. Yeah. So we still have 1, 2, or 3 or so. So now let's look at the differences between these programming languages. Now, number 1, JavaScript, that's when you see me say JS file. JavaScript file is stored with .js extension, while Solidity file is stored as Sol extension. Remember this. You see that everything we are writing here is .sol. So you cannot run .js file directly in your blockchain. I don't know, maybe in the future there might be blockchain or Web3 platform, decentralized platform that allow you to run JavaScript directly, but as of today, we can only use things like Solidity and things like that. So that's why the extension will now need to be .js and then .sol, so, or whatever you pronounce it. So number 2, differences out of the first number 6 of Solidity, JavaScript versus Solidity, or Solidity versus JavaScript comparison is JavaScript is untyped programming language, while Solidity is typed. Now, what does that mean? Let's play around here. Now, if you want to declare a variable, we still go in variable, all those things, but we need it here. You still learn it in depth. We want to declare a variable, we will need to say something like I used to mistake that uint for unit. So let me know in the form if you are also mistaking the same. So uint number equals to 1. Do you see it now? There are no error. Let me declare that same as var, or it could be let, or it could be const, whichever. Let's say const number. That means number that cannot change in JavaScript. Can reassign it later. 1. Do you see it that there's an error here? So in the way they declare their variable, what do you observe here that made these changes? There's this one, you have to tell us what is the data type you are saying, and this doesn't require it. You just fix it, like maybe usually you can see var. You will likely see this more. So that's variable var number 1. For example, now that's 1. Let's see another example. If I want to declare text, or we call it string in programming usually, or combination, I will say string, let's say A equals to programming FAQ. You get what I'm saying? So equals to programming FAQ. Then you always end it up there. But if I want to declare it in JavaScript, then I will have to do var A equals to programming FAQ. So can you see it now that this is still the same, just like var number, this can also be even A or B. Do you get what I'm saying? But JavaScript, we just var the variable name, then the value it will carry, the data type it will carry. But in typed languages like Solidity, you need to indicate what the type of type of data value you will be assigning here. And that now, lead to a lot of other differences we'll still talk about, but at least you should be able to comprehend this now. Look at the two. This is to declare number variable. So this one is for Solidity, and this one is JavaScript. So you see the differences now. So, and the same here for and then Solidity, and here we have JS, that's JavaScript. Yeah. So this can combine because of the error, so you know that already. So do you see what we are saying now? So that's what that place is trying to tell us, that JS is untyped programming language while Solidity is typed. So those are part of the things, because in typed language you have to specify the data type before you even declare it. But in untyped programming language like JavaScript, then you just declare the variable and you can assign anything. You can change this now to 1 or everything like that. You get what I'm saying now? So now let's move on. Number 3, you can console log directly in browser console in JavaScript, but you need to create a function that can be called, which then return a statement of value or string in Solidity. So when you are writing, for example, when you look at this now, for us to print this out, remember that same smart contract, the way they have it here. Let's see, I think I have not deleted it. Good. You get what I'm saying? So that's how blockchain work, is already in there, and then though here you can delete it, but just not like that on blockchain or Web3 platform, decentralized platform. So you can see it now. I need to write a function to bring this out. But in JavaScript, I can just console log after this and just say console.log, then a pim, and then straight away this same thing will just be printed out for me on the console log or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So that's another difference between them. Then JavaScript code is enclosed with script tag, but Solidity is enclosed inside contract Solidity code. So this is just an example. So this is a full example. Remember when we learned about how Solidity is written. So you see that you declare a contract keyword, and then you can give this name anything you like relating to the contract you are building. Then you open this curly bracket or curly brace or whatever you call it. Sorry for not getting it. And then close. So whatever you want to run in your Solidity code must be in between here. But if you are running in JavaScript, you will enclose it inside what we call script, and then you close it here. It's not script. So if you want me to do something for beginner like this for blockchain, Web3 developer in JavaScript, let me know in the forum. Like I said, if I get more support on it, I will go about to do a in-depth course like this as well for it, for blockchain developers. So you can see it now. So that's another difference. And the last one, JavaScript run directly in browser front end due to default JavaScript engine in browsers, while Solidity cannot run by browser directly on front end. So you get what I'm saying? So maybe in years to come there could be, or when you are watching, but today, you know, Web3 adoption is just coming. There, maybe you'll be the one that will even build the engine inside browser. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Because all these things also was not there in Web 1 until Web 2, when we begin to have likes of Facebook. You get, somebody built all these things. So you also might just be your beginning to great things. There's still a lot to be built in Web 3. That's why you don't want to miss it. I always say you and I, we are early here now. So you get, so don't miss it. Like, we are investing in Bitcoin in the days of when it was $1 USD, 10 USD, 100 USD. Now, as of today, it's 61,000 USD. You can imagine that. So that's the opportunity you have learning this now. Do not miss it. So let's test this out before I end the video to give you, I think we have, okay, we are even doing this in a browser. So we can just have this. I think in this guy have something like about column blank or something. Let me see if I get it. We use that to have a plain something. Then you can just go here, inspect, and console. Yours might be different from mine, so I have customized this one. You can customize it there. I think I'm going more in depth in JavaScript. This is not JavaScript course, so this is not JavaScript course. Let's close this. So now when you go to console, for example, now, like what we are saying here talks about okay, this is it now. Run directly in browser front end due to, so default browser. That's why it's interesting for you to start with JavaScript if you are just starting HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Or JavaScript, you can easily run it in browser. You don't need compiler, you don't know those things, and build even websites that is doing a lot of things and see that, okay, what you are building is fast. So you may not quickly see the effect of learning Solidity like JavaScript. That's why it's cool to learn that first. Now, over here now, if I write something like var, like I said, a equals to 1, then I say type of a. You can see if I say type of a, it's already telling me that a is a number. Do you get it now? So, but I just want to confirm. Here now, let's say var b equals to 2. You see, I'm doing this right inside the browser, not even using any text editor. Now, I usually use VS Code for it anyway, but we still learn more about that using it as well for Solidity, but not at your level starting now. So now I can easily say console.log and print a plus b. Let's enter and see if we got it. Do you see it? So instantly it did the mathematics for us. 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Do you get what I'm saying? So the same thing if you just say whatever this value may be. You get what I'm saying now? If we want to print the same hello, we can just say var c equals to hello world, and then we console dot log c, for example, and then boom. Do you see it? It's printed the value of this c variable out, hello world. So you can get what I'm saying now. So the same thing, I can just say alert c. Did I even get this code? Do you see it? Hello world is printed on your browser. This is it, hello world. Do you get what I'm saying now? So I can, as much as I wanted to do a pop-up. So these are part of the differences, you can see it. But that is not the same for your Solidity. So for that same thing to be printed, you need to, go all through this long route to even print hello world. And then you have to deploy the smart contract, then run it. And if this is a real world blockchain like Ethereum, you know how much you will pay, or Binance Smart Chain or Polygon or something. You have to pay to even print this hello world out. So that's why you have to probably go start back if you are new. So that's where I end today's part of the video, and then we move to another part in the next video. Keep the programming spirit high and alive. I remain Solomon Foske of Programming FAQ. Bye and peace out.